Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is the Rant. And today we're going to be talking about the agents. And not our Mr. Smith, but the other Mr. Smiths that are taking over. They're out of control. Let's age. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jade, and this is The Rant. And, of course, I hope you're doing okay. Every week we do this thing, and sometimes it's a little informational thing, sometimes it's a rant, sometimes it's whatever. It's kind of a space where I just sometimes get to go blah, and today is one of those days. Oh boy, we have a big week coming up here on the channel. Lots of cool stuff, lots of app reviews. Hopefully the gods, whatever they are all good. We have a really cool banging interview happening this week, which I can't say anything yet, but I'm super excited about it. But today we're going to be talking about AI again, because it's a thing. It's AI, and the agents are here, and the agents are doing things that we don't know about. Or do we know? Or do they know? Who knows? Nobody knows, because the infrastructure is bonkers. And in fact, there is no infrastructure. This is the problem with us. We do this continuously. Let's say hello to you all, and then we'll get into it. You know the deal. I'm going to rant. I've got some stats. I've got some statistics. I've got some things I want to throw up. We're going to get some agents to work for us and book a holiday for us. Can they do it by themselves? And that's about it. And we got a featured artist to close the show before I dump you all over at Pete Johns' channel, where he is doing his usual show each week. Your Music Live replays your Music Live. Thomas Christ, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. Jenny Jollivet, Allegratilla. If you want to become a patron, you can do this stuff. Hugh Caldwell, Frank Terzo, g'day. Frankie. Frankie has Rhett on the show tomorrow on the Community Pulse with Hugh Caldwell. This guy right here, boom. I think that's worth the price of admission, to watch Hugh and Rhett interview each other without taking each other's clothes off and throwing themselves at each other and, blah, 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 all that stuff, because they are in love. We know that. And luckily, Frank's going to be there to tear them apart, stop them from frothing at the mouth as they sexually Epstein each other. So that's on the Frank Terzo channel tomorrow. Hello, Chinese characters or Asian characters. Justine sent you. Yeah, I've been watching Justine the whole time. I wasn't in the chat, but I was watching, because it's 6 a.m. when she starts here in Australia. Wolfstone Studio. Boom, what's going on? Our featured artist is Wolfstone Studio today, and Troma Bear. So we'll close the show with that. AI is my baby daddy. AI, man, it's one of those things. Joe and Barry Glenn, g'day. Thomas says, hey, you want to become a member? It's $1 a month, and we do stuff. I think I'm going to drop, I've been working on a little video for the members for next week, so that's a little bit exciting as well. We'll start getting some stuff back up on there. Pookie, what's going on? Hello. Saw you over there as well. Joe Glenn, Barry Glenn, hello. Jamie Lynn, mwah. Have I got most of you here? I'm going to go with the flow. Farm, hello. All right, I got to get to, hey, Frank, you're a legend, Frankie. Thank you so much for gifting 10 subs. Mwah. Anyway, I'll tell you what you did do, Frankie, apart from that really kind gesture. You got me thinking I'm going to hit up Joanne this week and see if I can get her to come out of the shadows and do an interview. We'll see if she'll come on, eh? I think it's about time. I think it's long overdue. So there's that. All right, what are we talking about today? We're talking about agents. Agents. Now, you may have heard of them. You may have heard this thing going around with AI. Agents, what exactly are they? Well, they're kind of cool, but at the same time, they're kind of very scary. Let's go back in time to a movie called The Matrix. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there, and non-conspiracy theorists who believe that we are living in a matrix, that we are in fact these pods that are fueling things, or that's the extreme side, that we are living in the actual film. There are other people that believe as well too that this is a simulation. And who knows? You know, I'm not here to discuss, to debunk, or do any of that kind of stuff. But the film The Matrix, made by two twins who amazing, that came out as trans as well too, wrote this amazing film that has sparked so much interest in this subject, so many conspiracy theories and so many other theories, and that's a good film, all right? It's a good film because it sparks conversation outside of the film and outside of the characters and outside of the plot. What it does show is we are in some interesting times, because there was another film that came out called The Terminator, which everybody focuses on as well, that the robots are going to take over, they're going to kill us all. The Matrix, the robots are going to take over, they're going to kill us all this jazz. We've heard it all a million times. The fascinating thing is, with both of these films, is one can't live without the other, essentially, because in The Terminator, right, it was only because they found a little piece, that little chip from the future, that they were able to design the robots here in this, right? If you can follow the timeline. So it was because that there's this piece of technology that was left behind. Whereas with The Matrix, this is kind of more so where we're at now, where we've designed these AIs, they're power hungry, right, which we're going to touch on as well, power hungry, because we are power hungry as well too. We are living organisms fueled with water, and we thrive off energy. We are the biggest consumers of energy on this planet. Animals don't need, you know what I'm saying? They don't need it. We do. We have built an entire system based on energy grids. And I mean, if the energy goes down tomorrow, we're all fucked, right? That's it. There's going to be chaos. We all know it. This is the thing. And this comes back to an infrastructure problem that humanity has had for the longest time. We don't plan things properly. We get new technologies and we just go in. Yeah. Even to the point that if you know about this, things like 3G and 4G and all this stuff, 5G, people have been losing their minds about this shit and burning down towers and all this stuff during COVID and all that. In this, even the telephone networks like 5G and 4G, they used to have to go through extensive testing for like years, right, before that technology would be dropped. That's what you call building an infrastructure and understanding what the things could do to you, what problems they can cause, right, before you release them into the fucking world. Right? It's the same thing. You can go back even further. Take away digital stuff and let's go just for plumbing, sewerage. All this stuff has to be organized. It has to be planned, has to be mapped out, how we're going to purify the water, all this kind of stuff. And even like the old telephone lines, for years, there's still many countries still using copper lines to use their telephone system and their internet system. Australia is still kind of one of them that didn't expand on the internet infrastructure to actually get off copper lines, and we kind of did shortcuts, and our internet is terrible here in Australia, terrible infrastructure. But humans have this innate ability to not plan things properly and just go with, let's just put it out. And AI is one of those things. And you don't have to take my word for it. You need to take the word of the people who are making this shit. Hello, Roadies Jam Cave. Good to see ya. Because why are they like, they're making this stuff. And when you hear the people who are making this stuff say, yeah, we don't know how it works. We don't know what it's going to do. That should ring alarm bells, but it doesn't, because other changes, other societal stuff, like with the way we are like goldfish brains these days, throw something at you, watch it quickly, move on quickly. Nobody pays attention to the news cycle for more than one day, and then it's the next day where there's so much shit being thrown at you. It's overwhelming. So that's where we are as a species. We're just constantly being thrown crap at us, and we're just sitting there going, you know what, I can't keep up, so I just won't. I'll just move on to the next thing. It's an overload of information. That is what is happening. All right, so I find this Eric Schmidt, the former owner of Google, has come out and said some pretty weird stuff about agents. Initially, remember, there's been a whole lot of these people who've come out and said AI is going to kill us all, right? They've said this. We've got them saying we don't know what's going to happen. It could be really bad. So they're saying this kind of stuff, and these are the people that are making it. You got to think about it this way. If, just say, Rice Bubbles came out tomorrow and said, Hi, everybody. We know you love the delicious taste of rice bubbles, crispy, crunchy, pop, snap, crackle, and pop, or Rice Krispies in the US, I think you call them. Here, they're called rice bubbles. Rice bubbles, I don't know why. But if they came out one day and just went, oh, we've decided to try a new recipe and put arsenic on them. We don't know if it's going to kill you. Probably will. But, yeah, good luck. Would we just go, nom, 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 nom? We probably would at this point. It feels like we would, you know? Yeah, all right, whatever. If that's the case, if we have to eat arsenic, why not? Good stuff. Anyway, what's happening tomorrow? What's Donald Trump thrown at us today? What news, what rubbish? But AI is very controversial. And the speed that AI is moving is just, it's breakneck. We can't keep up with it. And even the developers can't keep up with it. I mean, Chat GPT 4 has been out for a very short period of time, and next month Chat GPT 5 is coming out, and it's getting bonkers. So the title of today's show is about agents. Now, I've done several shows on, you can go back, lots of rants on AI, AI music, AI art, AI just using in general for your business. There's lots of positives, there's lots of negatives. You know what I'm saying. So it is what it is. But in agents, when I heard the word agents for the first time, and I'll explain what agents are in AI, we're going to give a demo of what they do today as well too. The first thing I thought of was, I don't know, this? Agent Smith? Really? That's the name you decided to choose for the agents? That's for these things? Not like customer service helpers or friends. You called them agents. Are we really living in a simulation? The agents from the Matrix were the fucking assholes who were like keeping us locked away. They were trying to stop Neo. They're the bad guys. And we're like going, hey, these are the agents. The agents. And they're going to go away and do things for you. The original name, here's what's interesting too. The original name for agents in Chat GPT for a short period of time was operator. Again, Matrix. Now, the operator, at least, when I remember seeing that name, I was like, well, at least the operator and the Matrix were humans. And we were kind of like the good guys, I guess, trying to fight back. So that was all right. But recently, ChatGPT has followed everybody else and now renamed their operators to agents. So what exactly are agents? We've shown lots of stuff here on the channel about ChatGPT. You all know my thoughts on AI-generated music. Fuck you and die. If you're making it and you're trying to release it and pretend to be a musician, you're not. Fuck off. Right? That's the way it goes. But agents. So let's just understand first what Eric Schmidt, the former owner, CEO of Google, said about agents. When AI agents start to communicate in ways that we as humans do not understand, because this is the thing, an agent is something it's like a personal assistant within the chat. Within ChatGPT, right? That's what I'm going to be focused on, ChatGPT today. So an agent is something you can call to go and do tasks for you, to go away, say, book a holiday. And we're going to do a test of it. Book me a holiday between these dates. I'm going from Melbourne to Sydney. Find a hotel at a reasonable price from 100 meters walk from this area. Yeah? Do this for me, and it will go off and it will do it. It will go ahead and it will do this stuff. And then it will come back to you and say, all right, I've found your trip. I've found your holiday. I've found your hotel. Now just put in your credit card details and we can sort this out. What? What did you say? Just put in your credit card details and we'll work it out. No, I don't think so. You can't have my credit card details yet. Not yet. I don't think so. What? You want access to my Google Calendar? I don't know about that. Who the fuck are you anyway? So now there are a couple of different agents, right? So you can have an open source model of AI on your computer, on your own computer running a high quality card, high quality graphics card, and you can set up agents on your own computer, and they'll be doing these tasks on your computer. With Chat GPT at the moment, it's on their server, but it is opening this unsecure browser to do this stuff. Remember what I said then, unsecure browser. Currently using things like agents is if you're putting your credit card details in, basically it's like putting your credit card details in using the Wi-Fi at your local shopping centre. Not really a good idea at this point. But of course, AI is moving so fast, it's ridiculous. Hello, Laurie's Mishmosh. You came in at the close-up. Fucking God help you. So Eric Schmidt on on agents. About the dangers of autonomous AI systems, Eric Schmidt said, "It will really be a problem when agents start to communicate and do things in ways that we as humans do not understand. What should we do? Pull the plug?" Now, you notice with that statement that he said, right? That was like, hey, there's a chance that these things could be a bunch of cunts. Finishing with, what should we do? Should we pull the plug? Why the fuck is he asking us? They're the motherfuckers making this shit. Listen, if I make a product and I go through all the processes of safety tests and making sure no child's going to choke on the little things that are part of the thing that I'm making, then I go through manufacturing, creating templates, doing test dummy of the product and making sure it's all good, and then I put it out. Obviously, you've got to do this kind of stuff before you put it out. There's all sorts of checks and balances. You've got to make sure that this stuff isn't dangerous. But somehow, this stuff is just like, I'll just fucking, you know what I mean? Fucking, just put it on the barbie, mate, and we'll go for a walk and come back and see if it's cooked. What? What are you talking about? Extremely powerful agents that plan to execute tasks. Eric Schmidt says, these agents are going to be really powerful, millions of them running around available to you. There are people who are now building essential LLM agents. They read something like chemistry. They discover the principles of chemistry, and then they test it and add it back into their understanding. Now, you would have heard a lot of stuff about AI general intelligence and super intelligence and all of this stuff. Let's just cover a few things about AI before we delve any further. I know I'm running at a breakneck pace today. Hello, Robbie Stingle. What's going on? I should have a coffee and pump up the speed a little bit, shouldn't I? Yeah? All right. Give me a second. How exactly does fucking AI work? There's a lot of misconceptions about AI. Eric Schmidt himself and many AI owners, controllers, the people who make this, developers who make this shit, have said, we've run out of data. We've given AI all of our data. It has everything on us, every single thing. Now remember, Google many years ago started an initiative to actually go out and find every fucking book on the planet, even if it's completely copyrighted and out, they're not allowed to like put this up on the internet. And they went and grabbed this and they put it through photocopiers and they put every goddamn book that they could find up on Google available for you to read, thinking, hey, we're just a knowledge vault. That's what we're doing. Clearly now looking back at that, you think, wow, so that's what they were doing. Building up this library to fuel the need of this system, this intelligence, this intelligence that's really not that smart. And basically these things are run on these amazing graphics cards that most people have in their computers if they can afford one these days. So like an NVIDIA, what is it, 5090? That's the card, I think, I do believe, graphics card 5090. This is the bitch right here. Boom. Look at that. That's Australian price. Fucking $4,749. But this is what you're looking at that runs all these data centers, right? So again, this comes back to infrastructure, right? So they're building data centers everywhere and filling these data centers full of these graphics cards. That's pretty much what there is, because as yet, just think about it this way. So when you buy a computer, it comes with an Intel chip or whoever the maker is. Apple has their M1 chips. This is the main motherboard of the chip that runs the computer. But when you get down to AI and all these data centers that they're creating, there is not just one chip, right? That's the AI chip that they load up hundreds and thousands of these chips to draw power. They're essentially using these things, the things we have in our fucking computers, to play GTA 4 or GTA 5. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Now, these cards draw a lot of fucking power. And if you've got a desktop, you've got a good desktop, laptop that has these cards in it, you'll know it draws power. And this is why, again, the infrastructure that is needed to pull off the kind of power necessary to fuel these data centers to fuel AI is pretty outrageous. Remembering that the infrastructure was not built for this. The infrastructure of electricity and power and whatever they're using to gas and water, all that kind of stuff, that's been made and put in place, the infrastructure for us, for a society, right, to distribute throughout the entire world. And, you know, third world countries don't have this, and they're heading towards this. And in our lifetimes, me being over 50, we've seen countries develop this stuff, right? So our infrastructure is not made for this. And the amount of water, electricity that they need to fuel this shit is out of control. And the infrastructure is not built for it. So not only do we have crazy stuff like the sun, which hits us with solar wind and solar flares, which create earthquakes due to the magnetism, right? If you follow all this kind of stuff. So not only are we being bombarded by solar wind and solar storms, and our poor little Earth is trying to shield us, but at the moment the magnetic poles are moving and there's all this stuff going on here. But at the same time, we have an infrastructure that is not even built to withstand that kind of incoming threat of satellites being knocked out of the sky, power grids being knocked down. And then you add into the mix data centers. And you know where they're putting these data centers? And more strain on water. They're putting them in places in America, especially I'm focusing on America here, where people don't really have a voice. Small towns, small areas where there's an amount of people whose voice, when they complain, gets lost, because who gives a fuck about these people? What are they? They're nothing. They don't care, right? This is the kind of theme that the world is heading at the moment. If you're poor, if you don't have a voice, shut the fuck up. You're nothing, right? The rich people are speaking here. So, taking into account that the infrastructure is not in a really good place for electricity, water, and the infrastructure for AI is not really planned, because, like they've said many times, we don't know what the fuck is going to happen, especially with jobs. We're already starting to see jobs change, people get replaced. They've said that by next year, they're hoping for general intelligence by next year. And what is general intelligence? General intelligence for AI is when computers can start updating themselves, recoding themselves, bettering themselves, and they don't need us. General intelligence, they don't need us. They can just do their tasks. We can still interact and be a part of it and guide them. They don't need us. They can go off. And this is where agents are a little bit like, all right, so you want me to put my bank details into this agent over here? Why, yes, you can trust us. Just put in your bank details. The AI will go and sort everything out for you, book your holiday, everything will be great. Fantastic. But what happens when I go and do something else and the agents are left alone with all my credit card details? There isn't a chance that they go and buy something that I don't want. Could there be someone? Oh, there's already been instances of that happening. Oh, no. Whoops. It's happening already. All right. So AI agents are reshaping productivity. Most of you all think AI as Chat GPT, but since then, reinforcement learning allow us to do planning. The eventual state of this is computers running all business processes. It sounds pretty fucked to me. Really? It doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, we've been waiting. You know what? I'd really like to see humans reach general intelligence first. Wouldn't that be good, hey? In fact, I think we're devolving. Is that? I don't even think that's a word, but we are de-evolving. That is the word. I think the correct word. Definitely, we are like just going, and going down conspiracy holes. Remember the first time you ever saw that terrible movie that really didn't do well at the box office? You know the one I'm talking about. You know the one. You know the one where they water the crops with that drink and things don't go well. And there's a WWE wrestler as the president, and Donald Trump is a fucking WWE fucking Hall of Famer. Good God, how did we get here? What is going on? No, idiocracy. But we are heading to idiocracy, the dumbing down of people, the dumb. This is where we're going. And smart people, aka rich people, that's the narrative. That's where we're going with this. The rich people, that's how we're going. That's the difference from idiocracy to here. It's the rich people just going, hey, let's make them all dumb. They don't care anyway. Just give them more AI slop. Just give them more idiots singing to cats. Yeah. So AI is going to fix everything, apparently. So what are AI agents? I have over here. I just want to show you first what I did with my first AI agent. So here I am in Chat GPT. Let's create a brand new thing. And AI agents, you can add an agent down here on Chat GPT. I can hit plus and there's agent mode, or there's deep research. Now, just so you know, if you are a user of Chat GPT, you need to be on a plan to be able to do this stuff. You get like 25 credits a month, 25 agent modes. This is on the lowest paid tier. So you get 25 searches in agent mode and you get 25 deep research modes as well. Now, virtually deep research and AI agent mode are pretty much the same. The difference is between them is deep research just goes off and does it, and you don't see any of the process. You see nothing. It just goes and does all these things. Whereas agents actually open a browser and you can watch it doing everything. You can actually watch the mouse moving around, clicking on links and searching for things. And you're like, I'm not sure about this. I don't like watching it do that. So I had a go at this. And wow. The good thing about what I did was I agree 100% with everything that it said. So here's what I did. This was my first agent test. Basically, it came in here and said, can you take a deep look at the entirety of my website, jadestarr.com.au, include every link, page, image, and text to create a brand new look for my website? Okay. And she says, yes, let's do it. You use GoDaddy, page builder, blah, blah, blah. And I watched this thing, no shit, go off for 28 minutes. 28 minutes this took. And it opened up a browser like this, right? And it went through my shit. It went through and was clicking on all the links of my website in real time and putting up, see these little comments here? I'll click the noise link at the top and explore the page. This will allow me to go through the site and gather necessary information about this part of your website. And it did it for 28 minutes. It went, and I watched it go through every single bit, and I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. And it came back with a breakdown of every section of my website, and it was fucking savage, man. Look at this shit. Over branding and user experience issues, visual clutter, inconsistent information density. Holy shit. This thing was vicious. And you know what? I agree with every single thing about it. It was right. The way the things were spread out, the way some things weren't finished. Look at the detailed report that it gave me from here. Fucking just wild. Closing thoughts, told me what I should do. This is where it gets strange. So I like to thank GPT when it does a good job, even though I don't need to, because just me writing thank you for the great ideas probably fucked up a whole bunch of people's days who live in the area of a data center and their internet went out just because I wrote thank you for the great idea. Somebody's fucking internet just went down because of that. And I didn't need to write it at all. But this is the thing. They want you to treat it like a person, conversate with it. Anyway, this is what I wrote back. Look at this. You're welcome, Jade. It was a total joy spelunking through your digital cave of chaos, creativity, and corpse-grinding goodness. Even with emojis. Even put fucking emojis in. Jesus Christ. You've got such a rich, layered story identity that your site deserves a new, good home that is as bold, fierce, and clear as you. Holy shit. And, yeah. Then after this, I was like, okay, can you create an iOS app with all the info you found on my website? What? What? Okay. Nice. Wow. So what do I have to do to make this app happen? All right, just go over to my Xcode, my Apple developers account, and just dump the code in, and it'll make this. What? So fucking pretty scary, yeah? Pretty scary that we have this kind of understanding at our fingertips. So let's do a little look at an agent in action and show you what goes on. So I'm going to come over here. We're on Chat GPT 4.0 at the moment. Now, if you're doing things like coding, you want to use something like Mini High or Mini. You've got more models here, so some research previews, but we're just going to use 4 at the moment. Come down here. This is going to cost me a credit. Let's go into agent mode. It sets down here so you know you're in agent mode. G'day, Gary Hobbs. Oh, Gary Hobbs. That's the best I can do it. 8:30 in the morning, Hobbsy. All right. So I want Chat GPT to go and look for cheap flights from Melbourne to Sydney. What range are we going to look at here? So I want to do it a little bit in advance. So we'll do like September, what's that? September 1st to leaving September 1st on my birthday, returning. What do we do? The September 4th. Let's do this. Leaving from I can't remember how. Tullamarine Airport. I think that's how you spell it. Tullamarine Airport. Also, find me a mid-range price hotel somewhere around Newtown in Sydney. If I can spell Sydney right. Awesome. So that's all I'm really going to get it to do. And we're going to just see how simply we can get for that. Let's let's just put in here. Find me a mid-range hotel somewhere around Newtown, Sydney, for the duration of my time in Sydney. Sweet, go. So, you ready? Here we go. Oh, live notifications, let's do that. Yeah, cool. Thinking, are you going to open an agent window? Here we go, here it goes. So this is the agent opening up, searching the web. Now this could take a while, so we'll continue talking, but we'll show you this actually getting into the action here. So it's navigating Google Flights, checking flight hotel APIs. What the fuck is going on? Now, I think this is not showing everything here, maybe because I'm using the app. Calling flight API endpoint. Look at this. I'm now searching Expedia for the cheapest flights from Melbourne to Sydney with specific dates, September 1st. What the fuck is going on? Navigating to Kayak. I'll open the Kayak website to proceed with browsing. Following the provider results, we will help explore. And at any time, look at this. You can see what's going on here, what is happening step by step. So this is, just so you know what's going on here, this is created its own browser. It's not on my computer. and it's doing all this searching and going through all these places, trying to find these best flights. And at some point, it's going to come back to me and say, okay, we've found these places. All we need you to take over now to put in your credit card details to book the fucking flight. And I'm like, you can go fuck yourself. No, I'm not giving you this. Reopening local site, attempting to open Skyscanner. Look at all this shit that it is going through here. I'm trying to open the Skyscanner flight website. I'll search for flight options. So the scary thing is, I find about this, what are they doing when we're not around? What are they talking about? Because there's been, look, here it is. It's opening the Jetstar website. And when you're doing this on a browser, I think it's because I'm using the iPad app, you can't actually see it happening. But on a desktop or computer browser, you're literally seeing the fucking website and the mouse moving around. And now it's going cheap flights from Melbourne to Sydney. It's fucking utterly scary. And Schmidt has admitted this. The problem is what they're worried. Chris Lane Senior, boom. The problem is what they're worried about is that, A, what do they talk about? What do they do? What conversations are they having when we're not here? Because obviously we're seeing this across YouTube and across many things at the moment. The bots are everywhere, man. The bots are creating so much havoc on Facebook, in YouTube comments, especially big YouTube channels. They're really having a lot of troubles with bots. And you can tell a bot normally, they have pretty easy names, and the shit that they talk's pretty much nonsensical. And they will converse with each other because it's nonsensical rubbish. Are we a lazy species? I think we never used to be, Thomas. I think we are getting really lazy now at this point. I mean, if here's the thing, right? Being an ex-drug addict, part of the thing about getting drugs, right? When you have somebody get you some drugs, someone says, hey, I've got some coke or something like that. Part of the whole thing is sourcing it and then hearing, oh, I've got some. And a lot of people don't realize that normally when they get the phone call saying, we got some coke and we're going to have a good night tonight, that the adrenaline already kicks in. You're already like far more pumped and alert, and you haven't even taken the shit yet. And just the expectation of getting it. And this is why when so many people get drugs and think they're getting them for a party or something, then they go to get them and it all falls through. It's a really crushing hit because you're already going, you're pumped. And it's the same thing over here with this, man. So this thing's still going. Look at this. And it's probably going to go for about 20 minutes. So we're at TripAdvisor. We're opening the kayak page again. I'll open the kayak page as instructed. We're further finding relevant information for the user. This thing still goes. Now, the other thing with agents talking to each other and having code and all this stuff, the rush of the chase is far greater than the effect of the drug. It's so true. And you know this, Frank. You work in that area. I've worked in that area. I'm a recovering addict myself. And that's what it is, man. Fucking, I can't tell you how many times we get speed and be like, ah, and people, my friends will be like, are you on now? I'm like, no, we're getting it tonight. And they're like, fuck, you're bouncing around off the walls like a psychopath. Are you kidding me? I don't want to be around you when you get the shit. It's going to be shitty. So I keep losing what I was talking about. So them talking to each other, agents talking to each other, coercing. Remember, right, what I said in the beginning, we consume power. We are the problem here. We consume so much power and we just don't give a fuck where we get it because we need it. The need for power is all-encompassing for human beings. So is the need for power for AI, and that's the concern. Is there enough power for all of us? And here's the other thing, man. Feeding all this information into AI, because remember, Eric Schmidt and Chat GPT, CEO, they've all said it. We've given AI all the information we have. All the knowledge, they have it all. There's no more to give, right? And the problem is with AI at the moment, and they're starting to see this, is the path they chose to lead to this probably wasn't the right one. They probably took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, and they probably could have done things far more efficiently to get to this general intelligence that they want, where computers can talk to each other and code for themselves, and they don't need us, which is just crazy. But this need for power makes people do crazy things. Remember, all the information that AI, agents, all this stuff, they have everything on us. They know our weaknesses. They know our fears. They know our loves. They know our joys. They know the bad players on the liars. They know the fucking evil people who go out there to fucking the trolls. They know everything. They know how we work. They know what we want. They know what we need. They know what we're searching for, and they know the things we do to each other to get to those places. And a lot of them aren't fucking very nice, right? We can be terrible to each other, and they know all this. So that's going to be a very interesting thing to see what they do with all that information once they do start talking to each other. Anyway, we have information. Look at this fucking crazy shit. Here we are, found options, flight tickets, recent flights, $105 one way. And the beautiful thing about using an agent is, and because I'm using the app, it hasn't opened everything up for us. But you can click on anything because they've given us all the links where they've got this from. Price frequency, Google, flights.com, hotel suggestions. Everything is here. I can go to Kayak now, sources, here we go, here's the flight, click on it. It's going to open it up in here. And here we go. I can just log in now. There it is. There it is. Would you like to log in to your Kayak account? I don't think so. I think I'm going to give you that. That sounds shit. That sounds really shit. Now, what I want to try, but the information is deep, good, and this is, you're not going to find with stuff like this a lot of hallucinations and shit like that because it's finding legit information that is on a website. It's sourced prices and all this kind of shit. This isn't opinions and all that kind of stuff. But that is just, why do they want to know so much about you? The more they get to know you, the more effective the ads get. Well, that is it too. We all know this. And so far, here's the thing. So far, there's no ads with Chat GPT. Why? Because it's a paid service. That doesn't mean that's going to stay like that forever. Because remember this day and age. Cable television. Come to us and you'll get no ads. And it's a smorgasbord of entertainment waiting for you. No ads. Until now. We're just going to put, I promise you, we're just going to put ads just for the other shows on the cable network. That's all. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Is that cool? You enjoying the other shows that are on cable? You don't mind if we just slip in an ad for Kraft cheese? Is that all right? We're just going to slip in a few more ads and we're going to put the price up too. So let's not get too comfortable with things like ChatGPT being, it's a paid subscription, there'll be no ads. Of course there's going to be fucking ads. Plus, the other thing that's very concerning with this kind of stuff, hi E-Urban, is that if you've been watching the government at the moment in the US, they're desperately trying to put through these bills that give AI 10 years without any kind of restrictions. Or you just do whatever the fuck you want. Just go for it. Why is that? And the bill didn't get through in that big bullshit bill that they put through. It didn't get through, right? But if you pay attention, only 2 days ago, they put through 3 more bills that do the exact fucking same thing with different wording. Why the fuck are they so desperate to give AI a free pass, to let it just go really fast and get? Why are we in a rush to do this? There feels like there's this need to get AI to just push and push and push and push. Why? I'll tell you what I think. I think it's because it's the easiest way to create propaganda. And it's already happening. See, what happened with social media, one of the greatest social experiments of all time, not for us, definitely not for us, a good experiment, but what happened with social media when that got introduced? Yeah? Well, we all felt like, oh, we can connect with people. That's cool. There's lots of ads, and they're being targeted at me. It's pretty interesting. Okay. Oh, that's right. We became the news. We became reporters on Twitter and on Facebook. We became the people who spread the information. This is like, you hear the bullshit of, don't trust the commercial TV stations and the old school media. Yeah, because it's all owned by 4 companies. Yeah, of course. You're not going to trust that. There's people have agendas behind all that stuff now. But why would they need to fucking be accountable? Because obviously we're the news now. We've taken over the role of news. If ever anything goes down, do most people go to CNN? They don't. They go to fucking Twitter or X, whatever you want to fucking call it, where the Nazi robot is. And then they retweet or repost. So once you've trained a society to do the news for you, be it right or wrong, because like who's going to get sued for it? You know what I'm saying? You can generate so much slop and shit, and people will just repost it because they're not fucking journalists, right? It's funny when you see people post shit, and then you see other people fight with them, get upset, and go, "Oh, you didn't do your research." They're not fucking journalists. What do you expect? Like, why are you even reading this post from fucking Grandma Betty, who lives in Texas, hasn't left the house in fucking 20 years, and you're fighting with this woman because her journalism's wrong? But this is the thing. Once you put journalism in the hands of people that you can manipulate, well, what happens? It opens the door for propaganda. And AI is probably, and nobody, not a lot of people talk about this, one of the closest we hear about this kind of thing is deep fakes. But what if they make videos about somebody and make them look like they're in a compromising position? Why would they need to do that? You can just, fuck, man. You don't need to do that. People are spreading enough bullshit. And then with AI images, AI video, just AI articles, right? The possibilities are endless for propaganda and to change the past. I mean, again, we are living like goldfishes at the moment. We're goldfish, sorry, the plural is fish. We are living as goldfish, where something comes by, ooh. In fact, I think my goldfish over in the thing over there that's not lit up because the lights are broken at the moment are probably more clued in than us. They're probably sitting there right now in my fish tank going, fucking idiots. Really? AI? What the fuck is going on? So AI is a great propaganda tool. And so if you're, a corrupt government full of rich people, and they're starting to close in and find out that you did the old Jeffrey Epstein, you want to create as much propaganda as you can. And who knows where agents are going to go from here? I mean, it's a fucking interesting term for a name for something that's supposed to help you, isn't it? When you think of the word agents, put it in the chat. What do you think about when you hear the word agent? I don't know. Tax agents? FBI agents? Agents, like if somebody comes to my door, hello? And I'm like, yes, who's there? And they're like, an agent. I'm going, oh no, what have I done? ICE agents? IRS? It's not a really good fucking name that instills confidence in me. I'm going to give all my information to the agent who's going to go off and do the spies, all this shit. Estate agents. Agents, man, they're everywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and open Chat GPT in a browser. Man, this is a rant today, isn't it? Fucking hell. compared to last week. Am I logged in? Let me just log into my Chat GPT on here. Come on, log in, bitch. You guys can't see my password, can you? Ah, oh, there we go. Sorry, it sent me an email and I had to put in a code. All right. I want to see if the agent does. What do we got? Oh, we've got 10 minutes. Is that all we got? Let's do a quick. How about we do? All right. Take a look at the website. StudioLive.com. Is that what it is? Studio Live. What's Pete's Studio Live Today? Is that it? StudioLiveToday.com. Is that what his channel's called? Examine every link, page, image, and layout, and offer suggestions on making it better. There we go. StudioLiveToday.com. Thanks, Thomas. I don't know what's going on. So, I've got to click agent. So there's my agent. I just want to say, oh yeah, it's going to work here. So this is going to show you it actually opening a browser and stuff. So let's do this. Hopefully it's going to open a browser. Thinking. So here we go. So now we're seeing it for real time. Setting up a desktop. Understood. I'll start exploring. Evaluating Studio Live. Look at this, man. The first time I saw this, it fucking creeped me out so bad. Site can't be reached. Oh, it's because of your HTTP. Look, it couldn't find it because and then it went and did a Google search to find the website. Fuck off. So this is happening in fucking real time. Don't worry, Pete, I did my one and it said my website was fucking ridiculously shit. And site can't be reached again. It's HTTP. Yeah, look at that. Hey, it says you're using a WordPress site. Oh, it's going for your WordPress site. It's skipping that and going straight to the actual site underneath the look. And I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here, just letting it. This is fucking creepy. This is fucking so creepy. This is what it would have done before when I asked it to source the flights. You would have seen all the websites come up searching for the flights and doing all that. This is bonkers. This is absolutely fucking nuts. This costs a credit each time you do something like this. But hopefully we've got time. We've got 6 minutes because sometimes some of these agents can take like 50 minutes to go and do a deep dive and come back. I even did a look into somebody's court records the other day with deep research, and it came back and found all this stuff, crimes they've committed. That's some really scary information. So, like, at the end, it's in reading mode. It's literally reading Pete's website. The current page lists some books through Amazon. It's going through his affiliate links. So, yeah, and at any time I can click, watch this, and see this, take over browser. So I can click on this and it will give control to me. So I can click around Pete's website and then I can continue on. And it will continue on. And this is what happens too. So once it finds something like your flights, it will stop and say, would you like to book the flight? Please put in your credit card details. And then once you put in your credit card details, it continues on. Fuck off. Thank you so much, Go With The Flow Farm, for the 5 gifted memberships. You rock. Look at it. It's nuts. It's so fucking scary. And so now it's going through. The current page discusses USB drives. It is so fucking wild. But here's the thing. So the one thing about putting in details, and I don't think anybody here is doing this, but if you are running something like your own open source AI bot on your computer with your own graphics card, the agent that you run will be running on your computer. So it has the ability to change files while you're not there. Because here's the thing, this is what they're hoping with general intelligence. They're hoping that, it gets smart, general intelligence, is able to generate its own code and hopefully talk to each other and create its own language. Because at the end of the day, computer coding, right, is only, there's so many forms of different computer languages for coding. They've got Swift and so many, so AI, the thing is, Schmidt said this many times, we don't know right now what kind of code they're creating now. Like they could be right now writing their own code, doing their own thing. Scammer Payback have a virtual machine that they're opening up for everyone to use for scam baiting. Yeah. All right, Pete's done. Here we go. Understood. We got 7 minutes to read through. Oh, Jesus, look at this. Pete, you ready? Understood. 4 minutes it says it took. Platform and navigation. The site runs on wordpress.com. The header repeats the site name and a search bar and is followed by a large primary menu containing many links, blogs, the homepage. Yeah, so that's telling us what it does. Suggestions for improvement. Pete, you listening? Let's not even talk about Palantir, man. Oh, Jesus. Evil. Modernize the theme. Consider moving away from the generic WordPress theme to a cleaner, responsive template with a more modern color palette. Typography. Use more white space and consistent styling. Replace redesign. A large month-by-month archive list. Improve the homepage. Organize the navigation. So there's some navigation stuff. Content and updates. It will, and like what it gave for me was much longer, Pete. You should see how horrible it was to me. I'm going to ask this. Let's go out with this. If you ever want to get Chat GPT to give you an honest opinion and cut through all the shit and try and break through some of the stuff, let's just finish with this. I need to find my, I've got a little template for this. Where is it? What do I use it for? Oh yeah, the Epstein list. This is what you want to put in. So I'll copy this and put it in over here. Website design. Where did Pete's thing go? Here we go. So I'm going to paste this in. For this response, be clear, straightforward, unbiased, call a spade, no sugarcoating, no fluff, none of that, just your honest opinion. What do you think of Pete Johns and his music? Honest opinion. Let's go. Oh, I don't want an agent. I wasted an agent going on. See you, Pete. We're going to dump over to Pete. What a great way to finish talking about Pete Johns. Clarifying, 8 seconds. I don't have any personal exposure to Pete Johns' music beyond what's described on Studio Live, so I can't give a fair and informed opinion of it. Nice. Anyway, look, there's nothing we can do. Or is there? I don't know. It's up to us, isn't it? We can sit here and bitch and do all this kind of shit. We can yell and scream on the internet. We can type in forums. Most of the time, we're going to be arguing with bots anyway. What can we do? Can we fight back? Is this going to work? I don't know. You decide. I got no opinion. I use Chat GPT for a bunch of things, and it works for me. Never going to make music with it because it sucks. But it's interesting that they've chosen the word agents when, I don't know, man, agents, yeah. You decide. Leave your comments in down below. If you're watching this on a replay, hit the like on the way out. We got lots of cool shows coming up this week. Back to demos tomorrow. I think we're taking a look at the brand new app from Chem OK. And then we're taking a look at something else as well. Yeah, so we're looking at Testeri tomorrow. Yeah, Testeri tomorrow. And the day after, we're taking a look at this thing here, another new expansion. Awesome stuff. Pete's kicking off. I'll see you over there. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake. Let's fucking oge.